7 ways you can help feed Americans when Republicans won't. I'm Jim Drastic.
I'm Tiffany Drastic.
I'm Nick Knutson.
And today on The Dangerous Ones, right now, SNAP, the program that feeds over 40 million people, is on the chopping block. Courts are fighting with the White House, Congress is on vacation, and families are left wondering how they're supposed to eat. We're counting down the top 7 actions you can take to help feed America right now. And that includes something brand new that we're launching, our own Danger Corps Feeding America campaign.
Yay!
To help Americans get through this mess. Stay tuned for that. Let's get dangerous. Man.
I am so glad that we're doing this show because we've been seeing it, the people calling into the hotline, people emailing, people in the comment sections saying, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? And, you know, we're the Danger Corps. We got to pull together.
Right.
So that's what this is about.
Through this. We will get through this together. We're going to lock arms because the need is great. And we can't count on these guys to bail anybody out.
Billionaires don't give a shit about you. Look at them having their little parties and their little yacht tax deductions.
That's
and
right.
Little laying off 1 million people. Oh, my God.
Yeah. Well, speaking of parties, so I'm sure everybody at home has seen, by the way, welcome, everybody. Welcome to the show.
Hi, guys.
Welcome to the Danger Corps. We're so happy to have you here on this incredibly important episode. But speaking of parties,
oh, my God.
Halloween night, the president, Great Gatsby party at Mar-a-Lago, the Roaring 20s type of thing.
Gross.
Which is, you fucking dickhead.
Yeah.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
my God, these douchebags.
We've all seen the footage. We'll play a little footage as I'm talking, but it is just so freaking disgusting. And some of the people there were dressed as like the Illuminati from Squid Games.
Oh, yeah, with their little disco mask.
Oh.
Gross.
And
it is the Hunger Games out there.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've got 7 tips. We're going to be counting them down for actions that we can all take to help feed America. I mean, this is serious. You and I have been on food stamps.
Oh, my God. It's heartbreaking as the parent because you can't let on to the kids that like you're stressed out or they're not going to know where their next meal comes from. You can't even let them see that side.
Right. You just can't let them. Yeah.
You know, you're just like, nope, everything's fine.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you're starving because you skip meals. You don't eat. You just, so there's enough food for the kids. It's heartbreaking.
And meanwhile, you get off the bus and you see a Bentley.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I was telling Nick on the way to work today, on the way to the studio, Tiff and I are driving, and we saw a Bentley. And I've never seen a Bentley before. And I took a picture of it. Here's a picture of it. And I was like, it was a woman driving. And I go, I wonder how much that car is worth. So I did some reverse checking. Baseline for that car is $300,000. And I wouldn't be caught fucking dead in a $300,000 car ever.
Where I'm from, you don't let anybody know you got that kind of money.
Oh my God. I would not do that. And it's just how
read the room.
Read the fucking
what the fuck?
Read the country.
In Portland? That's bold, honey.
Nick, why don't you give us a quick rundown on what our current situation is across America?
Yeah, so this is about SNAP and SNAP cuts. So just as backdrop, let's remember that on July 4th, the president signed his big, beautiful bill into law that transferred the greatest amount of wealth in American history to the 1%. What part of that cut was $186 billion worth of SNAP cuts.
Jesus Christ.
That will go into effect in the coming years. A lot of it actually goes into effect 2027 and later, but there are some early stuff like work requirements that are going to go into effect. So, just it's important for us to remember that the cruelty is the point.
Yeah,
like they're doing this on purpose.
Yeah.
But so that's the backdrop. And then, of course, now we've got the shutdown.
Right.
And the shutdown, the Department of Agriculture sent out notice. No, we're not going to be able to pay SNAP in November. And people start freaking out justifiably because that's how a lot of people survive.
Yeah.
And then there was a little bit of it. They had like $5.5 billion in contingency funds that they could deploy. And then they said they wouldn't. And then the Democrats sued them.
That's right.
And all this. So it sounds like maybe possibly they'll do like partial benefits in November at this point as of today, but who knows? It's a moving target.
Yeah.
And the point is that people are going to be increasingly food insecure.
Yeah.
Because this is a pattern. This is what the Trump administration is trying to do. They're trying to take away these benefits that help keep people healthy and alive. and give a bunch of money to their billionaire buddies.
And like you were saying earlier, too, we're hearing rumors that Mike Johnson might try to keep the House out until January 1st,
right?
Which means even if they do, even if we do get a partial November of SNAP benefits, December is looking bleak.
It's going to be a shit show, and that's when the holidays are.
I'd start casting so many fucking spells right now. I hate these motherfuckers.
We need to get like a voodoo doll, like a Dangerous Ones voodoo
Oh,
doll.
hey, a little Mike Johnson voodoo doll, a little Trump voodoo doll,
Danger Corps voodoo doll.
Stupid hair.
You know, all proceeds go to SNAP.
Right,
So the need is great, and also I wanted to mention that even with what's going on now with SNAP, I still support Democrats.
Yes,
staying out.
Me too.
And not caving in, because if they were to go back now, okay, we might get the SNAP back,
right?
But you can kiss all subsidies for the Affordable Care Act goodbye.
Yeah, that's the really gross thing. Is you can have your food stamps, but we're going to take your health care.
Yeah.
Right.
What the fuck?
Yeah, we can have both. We're in the richest country on earth.
Yes,
we can have both,
and we're all old, and we all saw it. We all lived with all of it,
yeah.
And they just pissed it away, and they're doing it right now.
Right. Also, that brings me to today's comment question of the day. We want to know, what is your best tip for feeding America? We actually want you to comment twice today.
Yeah.
Comment twice on this episode. Tell us right now, what is your best tip for feeding America? What do you suggest folks do? And also, once we've told you our 7 tips, what did we miss? And what was your favorite one?
Yeah. Nice.
Let us know right now in the comments. And then also you can call us at 503-212-4600, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, and you can remain anonymous. You can also email us at shout@thedangerousones.com. And then before we get to the top 7 tips, I got to play you this heartbreaking video. Guys,
okay.
I know it's going to pull, but...
Okay.
This is a really important video because it dispels that rumor, I think, not only of how much need there is, but it dispels the rumor that people who need SNAP are just lazy and they don't work.
Right.
Watch this.
So I just finally got confirmation that food stamps is officially cut for next month.
About 2 months ago, I stopped eating dinner almost every night of the week so that my boyfriend and I could have enough food left over to have lunch the next day. This was before we were about to lose our food stamps. Mind you, we both work.
I don't think that we really realize the depths that the damage that this is going to do, but the women, the mothers, and the families, but the mothers especially, who are going to go without meals so their children don't have to. I know that I will absolutely be one of those mothers.
But because we have children, and because aftercare and before care is too expensive, I've taken a job that's basically minimum wage so that I can be there to pick up my kids. I cannot fathom what we're going to do without that food stamp money. Because if I already couldn't eat dinner with that food stamp money...
I'm so tired of seeing people say, like, oh, well, maybe if you had a job, you could get your groceries, or, you know what I'm saying, you wouldn't have to depend on SNAP. I work full-time. Thank you. And I do rely on stamps because guess what? It's not enough money in this economy for me to be able to pay bills and get stuff that we need and provide for my 2 kids. So yes, I depend on stamps. And I have a full-time job. So please know that people out here depend on stamps. It's not because we out here just mooching off the government. It's because we literally need that to provide for our family.
I work hard every single day. I get up every single day and clean houses, and I still rely on food stamps to feed my 6 children because the prices are so high. It's unrealistic to think about not having food stamps. Next month, I'm so terrified because 6 babies are always eating. Plus myself, I eat about 1 meal a day, but still.
Jesus Christ.
That's heartbreaking.
Yep.
That's heartbreaking. You know, like we said, Tiff and I have been on food stamps. You know, I'll tell something that I've never said on this show before. Do you know what water dumping is? That's where you buy cases of water with your food stamps, dump out all of the water, and take the bottles back to get 5 cents return on that, so you can pay for your prescriptions. I've done that.
Oh my God.
I've actually water dumped before, and because I had asthma and I didn't have health care, and the only way I could get my inhaler was
$400
was to
inhaler.
take money out of my food budget, so I buy cases of water, dump them out, and take them right back to the store so I could get like $1, or whatever.
Dude, when I re-met you and you told me that story, I was like, that's fucking the fact that people have to jump through all these hoops just to.
By the way, I was working full time while I was doing that. Yeah,
just to afford medicine and food.
Yeah.
What in the fuck are we doing?
Yeah. So listen, Danger Corps, we're going to need your help. So here are the top 7 actions. We're going to count them down from 7 to 1, and we're going to count them down. And these are the top 7 actions we think that could really help out, because we know you guys want to be part of the solution.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nick, what is number 7?
Okay, so number 7 is actually around communication. It's to normalize asking for help.
I love that.
Yeah.
Needing help doesn't mean that you've failed. It means that you're human.
Yes.
And we need to normalize this. And that's why I love that video.
Yes.
Because that really shows that these are people, they are struggling. These aren't numbers. These are our neighbors. These are our families, right? So it's important to know that 40% of people who qualify for SNAP don't even apply, largely because of the stigma related to having SNAP.
Wow.
benefits. So,
I didn't know that.
Yeah. The average benefit is around $2 per meal. So this isn't luxury.
Yeah.
Right. We're not giving people
Melissa
treasure
and her
chests.
kids are not the
Right.
reason why this is all failing.
Right.
Yeah.
So just normalizing conversations around this. SNAP is in the news right now. It's in the national conversation. We have an opportunity to go around and talk to the people in our lives and tell the truth and to advocate for this not being a stigma.
Can I say also, the greatest thing about the Gen Z and millennial generations is they have taken that stigma and said, go fuck yourself with that.
Yeah.
They have normalized it so much because those are very caring generations.
Yeah.
Whereas Gen X and boomers, they're a little bit more like, oh, we can't talk about it because that means you're poor. It's like, I've been poor a bunch of times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, and, just being a Gen X raised by boomers who they're lovely people and I love them very much.
I love boomers.
I do too, but what you guys had compared to what the Gen Z and Alphas even have now is it's egregiously wrong.
And I think all the boomers and Gen X who watch our show would say the same thing. When I was in school, if you were on free lunch, you were looked at a lot different than if you had to pay full price or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think all I was trying to say was Gen Z and millennials have kind of set those stigmas aside and said, we're all in this together.
Yeah.
And I really like that about those
and
generations.
part of that is because the economic outlook for that generation is shit.
Yeah.
and they're just, they have to get used to that idea that they're going to need help.
And if you don't need it, good for you. But, it's such a vital resource for families that putting a stigma on it is really gross.
That's exactly right. Tiff, so great tip. Thank you. Normalize asking for help. Fantastic. Tiffany, what is tip number 6?
Number 6 is use your voice.
Love that.
SNAP isn't a handout. It's an economic engine. And studies show that for every $1 of SNAP, it generates $1.50. Is that right? I'm sorry.
Yeah, $1.50, yeah.
In local economic activity.
Yep.
Congress keeps using it as a political pawn, right?
Right.
And apparently starving families and keeping people out of work until January when you want to come back and solve this mess. Look, dude, you can't keep them out of work forever. You're going to have to confirm.
Adelita Grijalva.
Yeah, thank you.
Grijalva.
You're going to have to confirm Grijalva in January or now.
It's coming one way or another.
You can't outrun it,
Yeah.
We're going to find out what's in the Epstein files, sir. And if you're going to starve us to do it, we're going to do it. I'm with you about sticking with Democrats on this, is I cannot let go of health care.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. Hunger's a policy choice, right? If your reps are voting to cut SNAPs, they're voting to starve your children. They're voting to keep you hungry.
That is a great point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's time to get loud because it's not okay.
Yeah. Using your voice. And that's the great thing about our audience, the Danger Corps. They definitely are using their voices.
Call your reps.
Call your reps.
Yep.
Call your
and then
reps.
call the hotline and tell me what you said. And then
Yeah.
we'll play it.
I love that.
Nice.
Okay. Great tip, Tiffany. Thank you. Number 5. So when I was out looking for, we were really looking for things that were really going to be meaty and could really help. Mm-hmm. I stumbled across something that I didn't even know about. Number 5, feed kids on weekends. And I wrote some notes here. Millions of kids rely on school lunches to get through the week. We all know that. Yep. But when Friday hits, the food stops. They go home. There's nothing in the pantry. That's why schools and food banks run backpack programs. Have you guys heard of this? Wow. They send kids home with a discrete weekend meal packed so they don't go hungry. It's fantastic. It costs about $150 to $200 per child all year long.
Oh, wow.
So $150 you could feed
That's incredible.
one child every single weekend.
Oh, my God.
Wow. What a great thing to do. It's one of the most simple things that you can do. And if you want to help in that manner, I would just recommend getting online and finding a local backpack program in your area. Just do a Google search. You'll find one. Again, this is one of the most simple things you can do. There's no politics, no red tape. You're just making sure kids are eating.
Kids are eating on
it's
the
probably
weekend.
A little bit of both of possibly you can donate money and time.
Yeah.
So
nice.
See what you can do.
Great.
Yeah.
So love that. Feed kids on the weekend. Nick, what is tip number 4?
Number 4 is back double up programs.
Ooh.
So a lot of people, another one that a lot of people might not know about, but imagine walking into a market with $20 in SNAP on your card and walking out with $40 worth of fresh produce.
Oh my God, I love that.
So that's what double up programs do. So these are programs. 30 states have these programs where SNAP basically it matches the amount of SNAP money that's going toward fresh fruits and vegetables.
Oh my God.
So not only are you helping people get more bang for their buck with their SNAP dollars, but it's healthy food.
I love it.
So that's great. So what we can all do is first just look into within our own state, do they have this program? If they don't, advocate for it.
Use your voice.
If they do, going to our local stores and just seeing if they take advantage of the double up programs.
I love that, man. Yeah.
Love
that.
And just encouraging our local establishments to use that.
Double up.
Double up.
Love it. Love it. Great tip, Nick. Tiffany, what is number 3?
Number 3 is support local food systems.
Absolutely.
It's a great one.
Absolutely.
Local food networks like co-ops, farmers markets, urban farms, they keep healthy food flowing before people need emergency aid.
Yeah.
Many farmers markets accept SNAP via EBT terminals.
Yep.
When people buy locally, more food dollars stay in the community, which supports the small farms and reduces supply chain dependency, which helps get us all out of the big ag program, right?
I love that.
Love that.
Yeah.
You always forget that there's more choices for EBT cards and for SNAP cards than just going to your supermarket.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love that.
And buying local isn't just trendy, it's resilience, right? Everything you buy, every time you go to a farmer's market versus a big box store, you're helping funnel that money into those small farmers' pockets, which is it's a win-win.
Which, by the way, farmers are fucking hanging on by a thread right now.
Yeah, that's very true.
You know?
Yeah.
Wow, I love that one.
I do too. That's a good
tip.
one. Yeah, that's a good one.
Tip number 2 is volunteer where it matters. Every major food bank runs on volunteers. It's the backbone. From sorting and packing to delivery and intake, human hands make the system work.
Yep.
And I love this thing I found out. Volunteering, even for 2 hours, can move thousands of pounds of food. Many warehouses are short-staffed because of inflation and fuel costs squeezing budgets. So just showing up and being a pair of hands is a big deal. And you can use Feeding America's Find Your Local Food Bank tool. Enter in your zip code, and it shows you a nearby volunteer opportunity. So we'll put that link in the description. You don't have to move mountains. Remember this: you don't have to move mountains. Just some boxes.
I love that.
2 hours of your
That's great.
time literally can feed hundreds of people this week.
That's crazy. Have you guys ever volunteered at the
Yes.
Oregon Food Bank?
Yes.
Oh my God! Not only that, go ahead. Did you have a?
Oh yeah,
story
no,
about-
I have too with my kids. It's actually really fun.
We Tiffany and I used to literally we'll try to dig up one of the videos, but Tiffany just one day said, we're making 50 sack lunches. And we did. We made 50 sack lunches in our
I'll tell
in our
you
house.
why that happened. Is my daughter, she was like 6 at the time, 5 or 6, and I had just divorced her dad. It was a hard time. And she's like, my life is so hard after she had a brand new like pair of Nikes on or something. And I was like, oh, it is? Oh, okay. Bet. We go to the store. We buy shit for 50 sack lunches, and we called it Lunch Brigade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you went and took them out?
Yep.
And so when Tiff and
I took the kids with me, too, and I made them hand them all out to the homeless people hand them out into downtown Portland.
Yeah. And so when Tiff and I got married, we did it one morning, and we made 50 sack lunches, and we took them out to the Hungry, and I crunched some numbers, and we gave out 50 sack lunches. There was, we think we fed about 1% of the Portland hunger situation for that one meal. So imagine if we had 99% more help.
Yeah.
Right? We would have fed everybody for one meal that day here in downtown Portland. You don't even need, you can just do it yourself.
Just do it.
You know what I mean?
Just do it.
Nobody asked us to do it. Nobody said we could do it. We just said, fuck it. We're going to go help.
Go feed some people.
Absolutely. Yeah. But we are excited to talk about the number one tip on how to feed folks. Nick, what is it?
All right. Okay, so our number one tip is to donate to the Danger Corps Feeding America fundraiser. Hey! Oh! So Feeding America is a wonderful organization that connects with 200 food banks across the country. Just so you know, $1 to a food bank is like a 10-meal multiplier.
Oh.
They know where the need is, where it's running out, and how to get it there.
Right.
And they buy food, giant quantities.
Yeah, right.
Food bank.
They know how to stretch their dollar.
They know how to stretch the dollar. So donating there has even more impact. So this Feeding America program is a way to donate to a central location that then sends the money out to all these hundreds of local food banks across the country.
Love that.
They keep, just like a tiny, like 2%
like 2%.
Administrative fee.
Yeah.
But like 98% of the money that you donate to this goes straight to the food banks across America.
And Nick, how much goes to us?
0.
That's right.
Yeah,
absolutely.
this is not for us.
Not a single penny goes to us.
Yeah. No, this is a Danger Corps community project.
That's right.
So,
nobody's coming, so we have to save ourselves.
And we want to do this kind of thing. So the donation page will count all of the donations that our community donates to Feeding America, and we'll be able to watch the little number go up,
so cool.
and we'll keep reporting back to you guys. And whether it's $200 or $10,000 or $100,000, it doesn't matter. The point is that we're coming together as a community to help those in need.
Yeah.
I know a lot of you are not in a position to donate, and that is totally fine.
Yes.
That's why we wanted to have all this list of 7 different ways that you can potentially help. Because not everybody has the means to donate cash.
Yeah,
absolutely. If you're not in a position to donate cash, don't worry. Take care of yourself first.
Just tell people where to go. Just talk about what's happening. Don't let this die. Don't let this, because we've got to keep it not just in the face of Republicans who are doing all of this to us, but in each other's faces, so we don't forget our humanity.
Yeah.
We do have a goal. We thought, well, let's set a goal.
Right.
So we're setting a goal for $10,000. Can we raise $10,000?
Yeah.
We're going to do it in the name of the Danger Corps.
We have 65,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Yep.
We have
our videos reach quite a bit.
We have followers across social media that are even more than that. So
yeah.
So let's see what we can do.
Let's see what we can do. And like you said, whether it's $200 we raise or it's $10,000 we raise, it's all been worth it.
Yeah. And that's less empty tummies at home.
Absolutely. Yeah. And like we saw in that video, that is that's just some
it's so
heartbreaking stuff. It's triggering. Yeah. If you would like to donate to the Danger Corps Feeding America campaign, you can do so by clicking the QR code right now on your screen or clicking the link in the description. And I just wanted to say one more thing. If all of our followers just donated $1, we'd have over $65,000. Imagine how many meals that would bring, right?
That's a lot of meals, you guys.
Yeah.
That's a lot of families.
Yeah. So if you can help out, that would be great. And we just can't thank you enough. Let's do it together. Folks, what did you think? What was the best tip that you liked? Did we miss something?
Hold on. Janine from Texas called, and she said, go to the coupon apps online. And she named Fetch, Flip, Checkout 51, and Dollar Tree.
Woo, love it. Thank you, Janine.
Thank you,
from
Janine.
Texas.
Good tip. Keep them coming.
Keep the tips coming. Let us know right now in the comments. And also you can give us a call, 503-212-4600. Email at shout@thedangerousones.com. Folks, we're going to get through this together. We're going to lock arms, and we're going to do this as a team. And we just can't thank you enough for being here every day, showing up. The Danger Corps is no joke, and we're going to put our mark on this issue.
You ain't never going to forget about us.
That's right. That's right. Thank you so much for being here. Until tomorrow, be safe. Get into good trouble.
Get into fun trouble and feed America.
Feed America. And remember, we are all the dangerous ones. Bye-bye.